When you make big plans, do you get excited for a few days but then lose the drive to keep going? You're not by yourself. The truth is that discipline, not desire, is what makes people successful. The famous fighter Miyamoto Musashi knew this better than anyone else. You'll learn 7 strong steps from Musashi that will help you stay disciplined, stay focused, and reach every goal you set, no matter how big it is, in this video. Step 1. Tie a new habit to a daily anchor. Musashi kept his life simple and organized. He thought that everything we do, no matter how small, should have a bigger reason for doing it. He thought that discipline wasn't about short bursts of hard work, but about making skill a part of everyday life. Adding a new habit to a current daily anchor is one of the best ways to get better at this kind of discipline. An anchor is something you always do, like brushing your teeth, making coffee, or checking your phone first thing in the morning. Building a new habit on top of one of these daily bases will help your brain remember and help you stick to it. If you want to start writing in a journal, you might tell yourself, "I will write 1 sentence in my journal after I brush my teeth in the morning." Your brain starts to link the 2 tasks over time, and the new habit starts to happen on its own. Do nothing that is useless, Musashi wrote one time. Everything you do should have a purpose. When you connect a habit to a meaningful base, you can use everyday tasks to improve yourself. When you use this way, discipline stops being something you force and starts being something you flow with. This method is beautiful because it is so easy to use. There's no need to change everything about your life or go against who you are. Adding new, useful things to the things you already do is all it takes. This builds up slowly. One small action can turn into a chain of habits that shape your whole way of life. And now, find your roots. Make new habits with them. Musashi got stronger by practicing every swing, breath, and step, day after day. The more you connect your daily routine to your growth, the better your discipline will become. Step 2. Make your goal too small to fail. People often set goals that are too high at first, forgetting how important it is to start small. The famous swordsman Musashi showed this by first getting good at the basics before taking on tough tasks. To stay disciplined, set goals that you can reach, like relaxing for 2 minutes every morning. This is because small goals make it easier to start new habits and lower mental resistance. Musashi knew that repetition and consistency, not just intensity, are what lead to real mastery. This shows that small steps forward can add up to big accomplishments over time. If you keep your goals as simple as possible, small wins every day will boost your confidence and build up over time, producing a momentum that keeps you moving forward. So, setting small, manageable goals can actually lead to big success, kind of like building a kingdom 1 brick at a time with steady work. Step 3. Design your environment for success. Musashi said that a warrior's setting has a big effect on his or her spirit, stressing how important environment is in shaping a person's state of mind. He made the case that discipline isn't just a matter of strong willpower, which can fade over time. Instead, he said, it's the result of a well-thought-out setting that makes good choices easier and harder to make. For instance, keeping healthy food visible and putting books in easy-to-reach places can help people form good habits. The fact that Musashi's own training area was simple and free of distractions shows that external simplicity helps people focus on themselves. He told people to think about whether their surroundings help or hurt their personal growth, saying that a cluttered area can make your mind wander. By consciously setting up your surroundings to support your goals, discipline becomes easier to do. Musashi's theory says that people should change their world in order to either move forward or risk going backward. He argues for a deliberate approach to making environments that support purpose and discipline. Step 4. Focus on the next action only. Being able to stay fully in the present moment was one of Musashi's most important lessons. During battle, he didn't think 10 moves ahead, he only thought about the attack in front of him. He said, "To be fixed is to die, and to be fluid is to live." You feel stressed when you think about the big picture too much. You begin to think about how far you still have to go instead of what is in front of you. Thoughts of what you need to do next can make you lose drive. Focus only on the next thing you need to do to stay on track. Don't try to write 300 pages if you want to write a book. Think about writing 1 sentence. If you want to lose weight, don't think about the workouts you'll do in 6 months. Think about the workout you'll do today. Keeping your attention on the next step at hand is the key to success. Musashi was strong because he was clear. When he fought, his mind was clear and he was focused. He didn't let his mind wander to what might happen. He focused on just one thing at a time, improving this swing, this movement, this breath. That's how he became impossible to beat. It's the same with your life. There are a lot of little steps that will get you to your goal. If you beat each one, the end result will be fine. When you only think about what you need to do next, doubt stops talking. You no longer ask, "Can I do this for a year?" Instead, you ask, "Can I do this right now?" Most of the time, the answer is yes. Discipline means doing the next right thing over and over again. It doesn't mean doing everything at once. There's no need to stare at the high top. Pay attention to the step in front of you. Take it. After that, take another. This is how Musashi worked out. This is how fighters get stronger. One clear step at a time is how you reach your goals. Step 5. Use a don't break the chain calendar. Musashi knew how important it was to repeat things. He worked on his skill every day, not to get praise or attention, but to get better. He lived by having a steady beat. A don't break the chain method is one of the best ways to use this idea in the modern world. For your goal, you make a simple, visual plan that is easy to see. You put a big X on the calendar every day that you finish your job. You'll start to make a chain of XS over time, which will show what your practice looks like. Your only goal? Do not break the link. This method works because it appeals to your need for growth and stability. You won't want to stop once you see that chain getting longer. When you miss one day, you break that run, which is something your mind naturally tries to avoid. For Musashi, this was something he did every day. He didn't fight other people, but he did fight against being lazy. He worked out his body, his mind, and his sword every day. He knew that the only way to get better at something is to do it over and over again in the same way. The don't break the chain system helps you remember that success isn't about being perfect, it's about not giving up. You can still add a mark on a bad day. You can still come in for 5 minutes even if you're tired. That's the difference between people who dream and people who make their dreams come true. People who dream wait for the right time. You have to be disciplined all the time. This habit gets hard to break after a while. You start to see your success not just as an abstract thought, but as something real, a sign of how hard you've worked. And just like Musashi, who got better at what he did by practicing over and over, you'll gain unstoppable energy. Get a calendar then. Make the first X. Do it again tomorrow. Daily, link by link, you'll build a chain of discipline that can't be broken. This chain will lead you to success. Step 6. Reward the effort, not just the outcome. Focusing only on results is one of the worst things you can do for your personal growth. It's easy to forget that the process is what really counts and only reward yourself when you reach your big goal. Musashi never fought to get attention or prizes. He fought for control or to be the best at what he did. He was happy not because he won in the end, but because he worked hard in every practice, fight, and focused moment. To stay on track, you need to learn how to reward work as well as results. When you tell someone they're doing a good job, they keep doing what they're doing. You might lose motivation during the long, quiet times of growth that come before big wins if you only reward results. Say you're trying to learn how to play an instrument. Don't just give yourself a prize when you learn a song. Give yourself a reward for every day of practice. If you're building a business, don't celebrate when you make your first sale. Instead, celebrate all the hours you spent getting better. Musashi said, "The main goal of martial arts is to make you not need to use them." In other words, the goal is not the end result, but the focus you gain along the way. When you give praise for hard work, you become more dedicated to the process. You keep telling yourself that what really matters is that you show up. Thinking this way leads to long-term focus. Because success doesn't happen in a straight line. It's a journey with slow progress, setbacks, and wins that you can't see. You teach your brain to love the process when you praise hard work. Now you stop trying to get quick wins and enjoy the grind. So give yourself a prize the next time you show up. Not because you're done, but because you didn't give up. To follow your way with honor, like Musashi did. The results will take care of themselves if you respect hard work. Every little thing you do has meaning, and every day turns into a win to be proud of. Step 7. Give your goal a fun name. It's not always necessary for discipline to be harsh or strict. In fact, making things fun can make it a lot easier to stick to them. That's not all Musashi was known for. He was also very creative. He used his imagination to paint, write poems, and plan strategies. His ideas teach us that being disciplined and being creative don't contradict each other. They actually work together. Name your goal something fun. Your goal will be more interesting to you if you name it something personal, important, or even funny. Call it Project Iron Samurai instead of I'm trying to work out more. That phrase should be changed to the Freedom Fund. These names give your goal new life. They help you remember that you're not just doing things, you're making something strong. Musashi gave his ideas and strategies catchy names, such as the Way of Strategy and the Two-Heaven Sword style. There was a story, a goal, or a sense of purpose behind each name. For your goals, you can do the same thing. It builds emotional connection, and emotional connection is what drives discipline. If you make your goals sound fun, it won't feel like a hardship. Since you've made the process your own, you start to enjoy it. You start to see your progress as a big part of a bigger journey, an adventure in becoming more in control of yourself. When you say the name of your goal, it makes you think about who you're becoming, not just what you're doing. When discipline is linked to identity, it works really well. You stop seeing your goals as chores when they have names that show why you want to reach them. You see them as ways to show who you are. Musashi trained not just to win, but to become. Every cut he made with his sword told a part of that story. So, give your goal a name that makes you feel good. Let it stand for your goal. Be proud of it, because giving your goals a name makes them part of your story.